Hi guys, welcome. So today we are going to make something really useful in both our kitchen and also in our work. Guess it? It is butter paper. So now let's see what are the things that we need to make a butter paper. It's a towel, and then you can see we have 3 A4 sheets and some oil, and do not forget that you need both of your hands for this. And I also have a cutting board because I don't want my workspace to become dirty. Now let's start. So first we are going to take single A4 sheet, and now let's apply oil all over. Use your hands for this because if you're going to use brush, it is not so good. I personally recommend you guys to use your hand. And you can also see that I'm applying it evenly all over the paper, and make sure you apply it only in the one side of the sheet because you do not want too much greasy paper. And after application it looks something like this. Here I have used gingerly oil. You could use any oil like vegetable oil, mustard oil, coconut oil, or if you want to use butter, but butter makes the budget a bit high, so I have used a gingerly oil. Now let's take our other two papers because these two papers we are going to use them to suck off the excess oil. After placing your first A4 on top of the greased paper, it looks something like this. And now we're going to tilt this up and cover the other side evenly like this. No issues if there are some gaps here and there. So after doing this, just give it a really good press. Do not do it too hard. And you could see that the other two A4s have absorbed the oil really well. Now here comes the roll of the towel. We're going to open it, place it flat up here, and I'm going to give it a good press on both the sides of the A4. And now it is time for us to remove the top sheet and your bottom sheet. You get a paper something like this. We're going to place the greased side on top. You can see there is still more oil sticking on. You can see that still more oil is sticking on here. So now again I'm using the same method, placing my towel and spreading, like pressing on it. And now while you remove it, it looks something like this. This is your ready-made trace paper, and you can also observe there is still more kind of bit oil. So you could allow this to dry, or I just want it to be like this because I'm going to use this one for my baking one. So for the next thing, I'll show you how to make the trace paper. And now I have taken the second A4, which I used it to cover that one. So now this one we're going to apply oil evenly over the leftover places. So this one will transform it as the trace paper. Actually, there is nothing much difference between a butter paper and trace paper, which is homemade. But butter paper is like, it is more greasy if you are using for baking, and trace paper we're going to make it a bit dry because we are going to use it over our books. After applying, it looks something like this. For this, I'm again using the third A4, placing it on top, and I'm going to allow this to absorb all my oil. Now we are going to tilt this over. For this, we are going to keep the base as a towel. Place this on top, press this up, and now we're going to do it part by part. Because we do not want a too greasy trace paper. After doing, you might feel doubted that which is the original paper which I applied oil. So now we're going to remove this, and you can see this one is the paper which we use to suck the oil, and this one is the trace paper. You can see it is like too greasy now also. And now I'm going to transfer it to my countertop, and I'm going to use this same cloth again and going to dry it completely. While we remove this, it looks like this. So this, you can see it is not too greasy, and you can also check if it's going to trace properly. See here, it is really very clear, right? So at the last, I'll also do a demo for you guys. Now at the same way, we're going to do a third sheet of paper. So this one, we're going to just apply oil. After it looks like something like this, and now the same process again, but this here, when using no A4, it is the plain pure cloth. After like absorbing all the oil over it, here's our third trace paper ready for use. So that's it guys, and also I told you that I'll show a demo, and also with this paper I'll also show you how to cover your cake tin. For this, I am using a square cake tin and the same trace paper which I made now, and I am also having a scissor. So first, we are going to measure our cake tin size. Like no pencil needed here, just a scissors enough. Just see how I do it. You're going to just mark the edges or the sides like this. And after doing this, you see there's a damage here. No problem, because we're gonna cut it up here. Okay, so now let me cut it off. So guys, now I just chopped it out, and let's check it if it's exact. See here, it is like exactly fitting in, and you can also see it is still a bit greasy, because you can make a greasy trace, you can make a greasy butter paper for your baking, but for your trace sheet, make it really dry. If you feel this sheet is still more greasy, just repeat the same process by absorbing the excess oil using a towel. That's it guys, and also we're going to use this sheet as our trace paper now in our book. So here I'm like picturing this directly, so you could see it like I'm able to draw. This is just a normal pencil guys, nothing much great in this. So you see, so you're able to draw something like this, because I did not draw the full picture. And also this one can be stored for up to 15 days max, and if you're using as a trace paper, it is a lifelong usage. But if you're using for baking, then it is not at all suitable for more than 15 days. You can make it as a bulk, or you can make it immediately fresh, like how I did. Okay. Thank you for watching my video. Hopefully these papers will be useful for you guys.